so incredibly happy to be joined by Washington Commanders quarterback, the rookie Jayden Daniels, who is joining the show thanks to Invisalign. Jayden, what a whirlwind rookie season that you had. You've now been able to decompress. I'd imagine you've gotten to reflect just a little bit. When you look back on your season, what was your biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway, I would just say just how resilient the team was, how much fun that we had playing with each other. And I would say just the main thing for me, I mean, obviously you're bummed out that you lost that last game, but, you can't take any of these moments for granted.
Okay, so here's the thing. You talked about the fact that you're bummed out, but before you became the quarterback, Washington hadn't been to the NFC Championship since 9 years before you were born. That was 1991. You were born in 2000. So when you started this season, did you know that you would take this team as far as you were able to?
I would just say, we kind of just took it game by game. And, once we got to the playoffs, I mean, it was anybody's game from there. Obviously, we had some momentum rolling in. It just went from there.
I'd have to imagine that at some point in the season, though, as you saw how successful this team was, your goals grew bigger than they were at the start of the season. So as you looked towards every single game, what were you thinking about going out there?
Man, if doing whatever it takes to win the game, no matter what. I mean, we kind of were in that moment, in that mode where it's like, okay, we got to win these games. And as soon as you get the playoffs, it's win or go home. And obviously, you don't want to go home.
So you were a huge part of a huge turnaround in Washington. You got a new owner, a new GM, new head coach. How would you describe the culture that this new regime has built in Washington?
Man, I would just say, I mean, obviously, everybody sees the clips or see on social media with DQ talking about brotherhood and stuff like that, man. I think we embodied that. Like, we embraced that mantra that he set of, like, anybody, anywhere, anytime. Like, it doesn't matter who we're playing, where we're playing them at, what time. We're going to always go out there and, give our best, fight to the end.
Okay, so I want to talk about a moment that I feel like will ring in our minds for a very long time, that Hail Mary against the Bears. We still aren't over it. 52 yards, game winner. What do you remember about that play and after?
About the play, like, okay, I got to buy some time to let the ball go and hopefully somebody catch it. But after, it was like, just like a shock. I didn't really understand or really process what happened. And it like just all that rush of emotion just hit me at the end where everybody's running on the field. We just celebrated that. I mean, it's kind of crazy that something like that happened.
It's so crazy to even watch you in that moment. A lot of people talked throughout the season about the fact that even though you're a rookie, you didn't play like a rookie, you played more like a vet. What would you attribute that to?
Just the coaching staff and my teammates for trusting in me. And obviously, I trust in my abilities. But just the coaching staff of just making it seamlessly, for I could go out there and play fast and my teammates can too.
Okay, so you're currently in New Orleans right now. You didn't get the ultimate goal of a Super Bowl, a team that you faced 3 times this season. They will be playing on Sunday, the Eagles. Why do you think that they've been so successful this season?
They got a lot of really good football players. And that's the first thing. But I mean, just the scheme, you could tell they all enjoy playing for each other. And playing them 3 times, you could tell that it was a battle every time. But for us, man, it was playing them, just seeing them, like, just the camaraderie they had. Everybody's unselfish, and that's why where they are today.
So you obviously, as I mentioned, you mentioned it as well, you won't be playing in the Super Bowl, but you guys had a very successful season. When you look back, what are you most proud of?
I would say just how far that we took it. Nobody believed in us but us, and we kind of just read that road, that wave, and that mantra of like, man, it doesn't matter what the people on the outside say. You know what we got, the group of guys we got here, and we're gonna keep playing game in and game out.
Okay, so you, as I mentioned, you're in New Orleans. You said you had a very busy day. You just got there last night. It's the off season. How are you spending most of your free time?
I ain't even really started my off season yet, but for me, man, try to get back to work at some point. Obviously take the rest that's needed to get the body back right. But after that, we just go over there and keep going, keep pushing, and figure out ways to grow and get better for year 2.
Okay, so on this show, every week, usually on Mondays, we talk about the style that we saw in the NFL. You have made your debut a few times. How would you describe your style? Because I feel like you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to describe my style. Um, I would say like very like chill, not too flashy, but you could tell like, okay, he can really dress and could put some stuff together
Uh-huh.
when need be.
Okay, so that's called, there's a difference between fashion and style, right? Fashion is just like putting on designer brands. Style
Yeah,
is
I'm
just
not
knowing
fashion.
how to put it on. Right, exactly. So
Yeah,
you're saying
I'm not fashion.
you actually got it. It's in you.
Yeah, man, like the style, like, I just go out there. What I like is what
Casual.
I like. I don't really get too out of my comfort zone. But I could put some pieces together.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. That's what he's saying. Can we talk about your mom really fast? Because I'm obsessed with her. She went
Let's talk
viral for
about it.
talking about how she wants to protect you from those girls out here. What is your relationship with your mom like?
That's my dog, man. I love my mom. She crazy. We can start there. She's very crazy. She's very protective, but I mean that's what mothers do. So every clip, the viral clips, stuff like that, it's kind of blown out proportion. But she's very protective. I love her. She's there at every game. She supports me through it all. So I mean, I wouldn't want to have any other mom ever.
I would imagine so. She seems awesome. Hi, Mom. Jayden
She's
Daniels,
somewhere.
congratulations on such an amazing season. Thank you so much for joining us and enjoy your time in New Orleans.
Man, thank you.